everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am going to continue with my swatches. So in the last video I did my browns, gray neutrals, and my pinks. And now I'm going to move on to, I believe, my purples. So I have quite a bit of purples. I have 6 samples. I also have Yamabudo from Iroshizuku. I can't really show you if I put it sideways, but it's filled about this much. I've had this since, my mother bought this for me for Christmas. I want to say either 2015 or 2016. I think it was 2016. That was my second bottle of ink ever, I think. She actually bought that and the Waterman Inspired Blue that I talked about in my last video, but I actually just sold that because I don't think I ever really used it. I also have Lamy Azurite, Sailor Manyo Neka Unagi, and I believe that's it for purples. Alright, so I have 6 samples and 3 bottles, so we will do samples first. I have Noodler's Saguaro Wine. Again, y'all know how I feel about Noodler's ink, so I don't care how beautiful this ink is, I probably won't repurchase. And I probably should have put this in the pink page, but that's okay. That is a really pretty color though. Alright, the next one is Robert Oster Violet Clouds, and this is a shimmer ink. And I don't have much of it left. But I don't know when I used it. I remember swatching it a long time ago. That's okay. I don't know how I feel about this color. It's very light. It's nice. If I could find this color without the shimmer, I think I would purchase it. Whether it was Robert Oster or just something very similar in color. I do like the color, but I don't like it with the shimmer. I do like shimmering ink sometimes, but I'm very picky about what colors work with shimmer, and in my opinion, this color was ruined by shimmer. So if anyone knows a color that is pretty similar to that color without shimmer, please let me know. Okay, so the next one I have is TWSBI Royal Purple. This looks like it's gonna be really pretty. Oh my goodness, yes. Wow, that's beautiful. Ooh, I love that. Purple is my husband's favorite color. I think I might put this in my next pen that I fill up. He made a comment last night. We were sitting on the front porch and he was reading and I was writing, and I had my journal with me and I was using my white TWSBI, and it has a green color that I'll show you when I get to the greens. It had a green in it, and he has never commented on any journaling, planning, writing things that I've ever done, but he saw that and was like, wow, that is a really cool color. And I said, yeah, it is. But maybe I'll put that in it next because that would look really nice. And I bet he would comment on that too. So this is, damn it, I should have gone in the pink. Oh well, that's okay. This is Private Reserve Plum. Alright, next I have Sailor Shikiori Fuji Sugata, which I really enjoy. This is one of my favorite, like a light purple colors. Alright, and my last sample is Diamine Grape. I wonder if that, no, I was going to say, I wonder if that is going to be similar to the Royal Purple, but it does not look to be. Oh wow, that is very dark. I'm going to try to bring that over there to lighten that up. That is a very dark color. Ish. That is very dark. I like that. Alright, so now I have my bottles. I have Yamabudo, Azurite, and Nekayunagi. So I'll do this one first. And that is shifting kind of like the Fuji Sugata. I'm finding that I like the look of Sailor inks, but I'm not enjoying writing with them. At least the Manyo collection. I've written a little bit with the Fuji Sugata and the Grenade, but the Manyo collection is very beautiful, but not my favorite. It is very dry. I did put it in my Visconti because it has a broad nib and their nibs are very wet nibs, and I put what did I put in it? I put Haha in it, and it is working really well, surprisingly, because it is such a dry ink. I can never get it to work in any of my other pens properly. It always just comes out so blah, or it doesn't come out, oops, or it doesn't come out at all because it's so dry. But it works really well in that pen. But I'm just finding that they're not fun to write with. Alright, I have one more, and then this page will also be done. Now this one is one of my favorites because it is purple with a lime green sheen to it. And it's like a blue purple. Kind of like whatever it was that exploded on my hand. I can't remember. It was a blue ink. And this ink is very wet too. I wanted to put this in my Homo sapiens, but I figured it would just be a big mess because this ink is super wet. Okay, so that is my purple pink page. So I'm going to dry this and I will be right back. Okay, so I let those dry. So here is my purpley pink page. Oh, you know what? I had, which one? Is it Noel? One of these is red, and I forgot about it. Yes, I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna go back right now and add this to this page here. So these are, if you order samples from Yoseka or Yusika, I think it's Yoseka Stationery, you get them in these cool glass bottles. The only thing is they don't fit in this little vial holder that I got from Goulet Pens probably like 5 years ago. But I did hear someone said that if you get 10 of these, if you empty out 10 of them, they will send you the shipping label and you can mail them back and they will give you a free sample or something like that. And I thought that was pretty cool, just, you know, to kind of save the planet. So I'm going to do this. So this is the Diamine Blue edition and it's called Noel. This was from their advent calendar. I didn't get it. I didn't even know that they had it, but I got a couple of their colors recently from it, and this was one of them. I only got 3 of them, and I got sheening ones. They had some shimmery ones, they had sheening and shimmery ones, but I just got these 3. And I know I said in the last video that I was not a fan of red, but this looked really cool in the picture, so. All right, I'm just gonna squeeze this down here. Okay, so here is Diamine Noel. It has a kind of green sheen to it. Hopefully you can see that. All right, so we're going to move on to my greens. And Miss Turtle sent me a lot of greens. For that I am very thankful because I've been actually getting into more green inks. So I have those. I also have this one, and I believe this is a green as well. Yeah, it might be a blue-green, but I'm just gonna put it in the greens. So I have, from my own collection, I have the Diamine Blue Edition in Holly. I have Organics Studio Frog, which is the green that I have in my Twisby that I said my husband had commented on, because, I mean, look at that. That is, even in the pen, it is gorgeous. So I actually think I'm going to get a second bottle of this because I am loving this ink. The flow is amazing. The color, even without the shimmer, is gorgeous. And then it has green shimmer to it, so it's not like gold or anything. It is green ink with green shimmer, and it is good, guys. It is so good. I also have, for my own collection, I have Robert Oster Crocodile Green, which is one that I bought fairly recently, I'd say within the last 2 weeks, because I wanted to try that. So we are going to, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to switch out my water because I don't want it to change any of my ink colors. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have clean water and let's get started. So I'll start with Diamine Holly. Okay, and then we will do Robert Oster Crocodile Green. Okay, and now I have Twisby Prairie Green. All right, the next one we have is Private Reserve Spearmint. Okay, we have Twisby Emerald Green. Ooh, I like that. That is more turquoise than green, than an emerald, but I really like that color. That's really nice. All right, I have Ackerman 27, whatever that is. Bezuden, no idea. All right, and the last one we have is Frog, and it's part of their emoji series. I think it was a special edition for the 2019 DC pen show, I think. One of the pen shows. So they have this one, they have the unicorn one, they have jazz hands, and I think there's one more. I can't remember, but this is Frog. All right, well that is my green. So I'm gonna put those back into here, and then we're gonna do the blues. So there are all of my, I don't think I'm even in the frame. Here are all of my blues, these 3 rows, and I have 3 of my own bottles and 1 sample. All right, so I'm going to just leave these in there. I'm gonna dry these, I'm gonna dry those, and I will be right back. All right, so these are dry. That is my green page. I like the sheen on the Ackerman ink. I like that a lot. All right, so let's, I don't know what I have on here. It's like eraser shavings, but I don't even have an eraser down here. Okay, so we're gonna do the blues. In bottles, I have what's left of my first ever bottle of ink that I purchased back in 2015 of Kujaku, Iroshizuku Kujaku. It is filled to about here. I could probably fill my TWSBI up maybe 2 more times. I can't even put this in my Homo sapiens, which is what I wanted to, because the nib doesn't submerge all the way into the ink. That's how low this is. This ink bottle has been through life with me. It has moved 3 or 4 times. The cap is very broken, but still seals perfectly. I don't even know how that happened. I pulled it out of my drawer one day and it was smashed. The tag, the sticker on it is stained. I'm pretty sure that a little bit of this that is gone is not from me using it, more so from it leaking during a move. But this bottle has a lot of sentimental value to me, and I'll be really sad when it's done. But there is one blue. I also have Haha, I have Organic Studio Nitrogen, and I have a sample of Diamine Polar Glow, which is again from their advent calendar. So we are going to do the blues. Kujaku is one of my all-time favorite blues. I'm taking a leap of faith, I guess, and when I made that Van Ness purchase this morning, I purchased a different ink to replace this when it was done, and it is not the same ink. I'm kind of wanting to try. It's something that has been out of stock for a long time, and I have been waiting and waiting so that I could try it to see if it is similar to this and if I want to replace it with that. So that should be here in a couple days. but this is, if I had to live on a deserted island with one pen and one ink, this is the ink that I would choose. That is my all-time favorite color, favorite ink. All right, this is Sailor Manyohaha, which I've talked about a lot before, and I kind of have a love-hate relationship with. I will not be repurchasing that. It is very beautiful. It's probably a nice ink to splatter on pages, which is probably what that ink will become, not anything that I write with. This is also an ink that I love. This is Organic Studio Nitrogen. This is a very, very, very sheening ink. And this is actually very similar to the Polar Glow, the Diamine Polar Glow that I am going to do next. The Organic Studio version is nothing but shimmer, and I don't love that. I like when you can see the color of the ink and the shimmer a little bit. I don't like when it's just all shimmer, or sorry, sheening, all sheen, which is what this is. So I got a sample of the Diamine Polar Glow to kind of compare it to. So I'm going to do that one next. So that is, I don't know if you can see, but the color of the Polar Glow was what nitrogen did look like when it was wet, and now that nitrogen has dried, it is just straight sheen. It is nothing but red sheen. And I love the color of nitrogen. I like that blue color. It's deep and rich and nice, and it's kind of a shame that you can't really see it anymore. So that's why I got this one. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my samples now. So first I'm gonna do Robert Oster River of Fire. I think a couple of these Robert Oster inks that are in this category are a little green too, but oh well. Okay, next I have, it is Organic Studio with an S. Good, I didn't butcher it. Okay, this is Organic Studio Ralph Waldo Emerson. Ralph Waldo Emerson is very similar to these two, but I would say that Polar Glow has the least amount of sheen, then Ralph Waldo Emerson, and then nitrogen. So if you like this kind of deep blue color, I would say pick the amount of sheen that you like. All right, so now I have Pelikan Edelstein Jade. Yeah, I think I'll be getting this in a bottle. My goal, I guess, is to have like 10 bottles. What's the word I'm looking for? These samples. Samples, I'm not counting, but I would like to get to the point where I had about 7 to 10 bottles that I just rotate through and love all of them, and then a couple, maybe 2 or 3 extra bottles that are more like fun colors, like Azurite and Frog. I wouldn't necessarily want them in my permanent collection. Maybe Frog is everything, but like Azurite, I wouldn't necessarily want this in my permanent collection, but I am enjoying it now. When it is done, it's not something that I think I would repurchase. So, I don't know, I'm kind of leaning towards that desire, I guess. All right, so we'll do Platinum Pigment Blue. I can't take my eyes off of that pelican color. That is so pretty. All right, Robert Oster Crystal Marine. I have Organic Studio Santiago's Sea Blue. So yeah, when this one is done, I will not purchase this again. This is also sheening as it's drying, and I don't like that with the base color with that. But okay, so here is my first page of blues. So I'm gonna dry this and go to the next page. I think I have seven more blues and one lonely yellowy orange color. All right, so there is blue page number 1. Let's go to number 2. I have Organic Studio Henry David Thoreau. And then I have Diamine Soft Mint. This I've had for at least 3 or 4 years. This is an old one. So now I have Diamine Majestic Blue. That is the color of my kitchen cabinets, actually. So I definitely like that color. This is Jeroboam Eclat de Saphir. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Whoops. Do this first. Waterman Serenity Blue. Private Reserve DC Super Show Blue. Iroshizuku Shinkai, which I've heard a lot about, and like I said, I do love Iroshizuku inks, so, and this is no exception. I like that. It's very similar to, I mean, all 4 of these. The Super Show Blue is a lot brighter, but these, the Jeroboam, the Waterman, and this Iroshizuku are very similar. I would say this Iroshizuku is more, oh, I think the male person is here. This one is a little bit more gray, which I like. I'm going to wash my brush and rinse my cup of water because I have one color left, and that is yellow, and I don't want it to get ruined. So I will be right back. Look at my hands. Okay, so I finished the rest of the blue. So there are my blues, and I have one color left. I don't usually go for yellow orange inks just because I find them very light. I do have what's left of Noodler's Apache Sunset. I'm not even gonna swatch this because I never really cared for that color. I'm just probably gonna stick it in a pen, use it for a day, and finish it up. But I do have Sailor Manyo Yamabuki, and even though I talked shit about Sailor Manyo's inks because of just how finicky and annoying they are, this color is gorgeous. This color is amazing. So I'm going to probably buy this in a bottle because it has brought me much more joy than I thought it would. So sometimes it looks yellow and sometimes it looks orange, and it just is all around beautiful. So you can see that it's orange over here where I had a lot, and it kind of shades down into a yellow when I was running a little bit low. But that is my only yellowish ink, yellow-orange ink. That is the extent of my ink collection. I'm gonna dry this really quick and then I will show you the flip of this book. So my swatching is all done. Thank you so much for watching these 2 videos. If you made it all the way through to the end, I know that was a lot, but I just kind of wanted to get this done. So here is my browns and neutrals, my reds and pinks, my purples, greens, blues, and my orange. I plan to use the rest of these for more swatches, but also for my currently inked and seeing which colors look nice together so that I can put them in pens to use as, you know, a set. I like to keep about 3 pens inked at a time so I can kind of switch back and forth. So that's what I kind of plan to use this for. So I'm going to put this back. And if you made it all the way through, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you maybe in a couple days when I do my Van Ness unboxing. All right, I hope you guys have a great day, great night, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.